I'm Ron Steele of KWWL News.
And I'm Jacqueline Schutte with WARTBURG Television. Today we'll be hosting a discussion on the most important issues facing young voters. And after we've talked about the issues, we'll bring in representatives from both the Obama and Romney campaign for discussion. We'll also be joined by a representative from Bruce Braley's congressional campaign and Braley's Republican opponent, Ben Lang. And to all of our students watching, we'd love you to become part of the conversation. Tori Jacqueline of the WARTBURG Circuit joins us now to let you know how you can get involved. Joining us now in the studio is Mike Cormack from the Iowa Department of Education and Jeremy Davis from Iowa College Aid. And Jeremy Davis has been with the Iowa College Student Aid Agency for more than 5 years. He's currently completing a doctoral program in education studies at the University of Lincoln, Nebraska. So, Mr. Davis, my first question is for you. Why is college so expensive? Joining us now in the studio is Tom Coates of Consumer Credit Union of Des Moines and Dave Swenson, a professor of economics at Iowa State University. We're now joined by Molly Tafoya of One Iowa and Karen Thalacker, a Bremer County Magistrate Judge. And we'd like to thank all of our panelists today and thank you to our entire student audience as well as all of you watching live from your classroom. We'd also like to say a special thanks to Keystone AA and Al-Qaeda, especially Norma. This all wouldn't have been possible without you. In the state of Iowa, voters are allowed to register on the polls on Election Day, but for one WARTBURG college student, casting his vote was not easy. Chase did say he considered voting early when satellite voting was at WARTBURG, but wanted to wait until the debates were over and to feel like he was part of the actual election day. A fire extinguisher went off in Cardinal Commons on Saturday night, coating the room in foam. The chemicals in that foam can cause damage to people's eyes, lungs, and skin.
At this time, law enforcement is confident, based upon evidence at the scene and preliminary investigation, that the bodies found yesterday are those of Lyric Cook and Elizabeth Collins.
Black Hawk County Sheriff Rick Abben said the bodies found in Seven Bridges Park in READLYN have still not been confirmed by state medical examiners as those of 9-year-old Elizabeth Collins and 11-year-old Lyric Cook. He also said the families of the girls have not yet viewed the bodies, but authorities are confident that they are those of the missing girls. Sheriff Abben did confirm that they were found in the park, which is just 13 miles from Waverly. Investigators have been combing the area and will continue to do so. Sheriff Abben said they are considering calling the case a homicide, but are waiting for the autopsy results. This area is so close to WARTBURG that some WARTBURG cross-country team members have biked here before.
It's scary to think of how close it is and how daily we're on those paths and we do cross-country workouts on those paths.
Sheriff Abben ended by saying there will be no more press conferences until they have more information. Reporting for WARTBURG TV, I'm Jacqueline Schutte.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Danny Householder.
And I'm Jacqueline Schutte. We're into the second week of October, which means students are waiting for that early morning wake-up call, signaling the start of OutFly.
The anticipation has everyone trying to figure out when it will be. Last week, I investigated just when the special event could happen.
And just in time for Sustainability Days, WARTBURG's U-Haul car share program is up and running again after both cars received some maintenance. The program was started last year in an effort to reduce the number of vehicles on campus. Students, faculty, and staff can either rent a car for a minimal fee. Last year, the cars were taken out a total of 191 times, covering over 10,000 miles. The Janesville Community School District participated in a state walk to promote healthy living in Iowa. The event is part of the Healthiest State Walk initiative. All of the Janesville Community School was invited to join.
Last year, the state of Iowa walked 291,000 strong, and the walk this year was to celebrate that progress. The event took place at 1 p.m. at the track and lasted around 30 minutes.
Waverly Shell Rock middle schoolers and elementary students celebrated Dot Day for the first time ever this week. International Dot Day has been going on since 2003. Students first read the book, The Dot, and then made t-shirts to celebrate the day. As part of the Dot Day, students met at West Cedar Elementary to Skype with a class from Canada. Last week, WKBT anchor Jennifer Livingston addressed an unusually critical and harsh email and has been making a positive difference ever since.
Hello and welcome to this special edition of Good Morning Waverly. We're here at the Christmas on Main Spectacular hosted by the Waverly Chamber of Commerce.
We'll be interviewing Tiffany from the Waverly Chamber in just a couple minutes about how this whole event comes together. This year's theme is a white Christmas.
Businesses who decorated their windows were encouraged to use white items in their displays. This Christmas on Main event is nationally recognized. It was featured on an A&E special a couple years ago.
That's right, and later in the show we'll be talking to some of those businesses who make this night so special. There's even one business who has been participating participating in Christmas on Main for almost 20 years.
In addition to those businesses who participate, there's also lots of other things going on tonight. One of the biggest attractions is Santa Claus.
And there's also a horse-drawn trolley giving rides up and down Bremer. And tonight, Nestle is providing free hot cocoa.
This event has around 40 downtown businesses getting into the holiday spirit. There's also window decorations and free hot chocolate.
And this event is just one of the many things the Waverly Chamber of Commerce does throughout the year to support local business. And that was Tiffany with the Chamber of Commerce who put on tonight's event.
Santa Claus is in town. Lots of kids are lined up waiting to sit on Santa's lap and tell him what they want for Christmas this year.
And we'll be talking to one of those kids in just a couple minutes. What do you think kids are hoping to find this year for Christmas, Kelsey?
Well, we can go ahead and check that out. Good Morning Waverly's Danny Householder decided to find out what people of all ages are hoping for this year at Christmas. Welcome back to this Good Morning Waverly Christmas on Main special.
A main attraction that brings a whole family out to Christmas on Main is Santa Claus.
Joining us now is Joseph Kangas, who just got done seeing Santa. Joseph, can you tell us what you asked Santa for Christmas?
I asked for 2 girlfriends for my stuffed animal bear baby and my stuffed animal dog, Brownie.
What was it like?
Thanks, Nicole. Now, don't go away just yet. Good Morning Waverly will be talking to First National Bank about the storefront display and the work that goes into creating it.
Then later we'll show you where you can go to catch an amazing light show right here in Waverly that takes 400 hours to put together. You won't want to miss it.
Welcome back to Good Morning Waverly. Next up, we will be talking to First National Bank. They've been participating in Christmas on Main for many years.
They're known for their impressive window displays. This year, the display is at Keller's Home Furnishing. Earlier this week, Kelsey and I went to a house that goes above and beyond when it comes to holiday lights.
This house is so extravagant that it gets traffic down the street of people looking at the display. Let's check it out.
Welcome back. It's now time for our final interview of the night.
Love and Lace has been doing this event for almost 20 years. The business specializes in home decor and around this time, Christmas decorations.
They have an entire floor of their store dedicated to items to get your home looking good for the holidays.
Earlier this week, Love and Lace posted a picture of a flower arrangement called a holiday dog, which is made out of white carnations.
Really cute, and it can either wear a Santa hat or be dressed up as a reindeer.
Let's go to Good Morning Waverly's Jeannie Edson, who is talking to Deb from Love and Lace. Jeannie?
Well, that's all the time we have for this special edition Christmas on Main show.
We would like to thank the Waverly Chamber of Commerce for putting on this great event.
And we'd also like to thank our guests, Love and Lace, Renewed Purpose, and First National Bank.
Now, this is just a reminder that we will not have any shows for 3 weeks while we are on break, but make sure to check out the Facebook page at Good Morning Waverly.
And we'd like to wish you all happy holidays from all of us at Good Morning Waverly.